Unit 3, Diversity and Classification of Living Organisms. Lesson 1, Living Organisms, Diversity and their Classification. First, diversity of animals. Animals are different in shape, size, feeding, environment, etc. Example, animals are different in size. We have big animal and small animal. Big like elephant and rhinoceros. Small like rabbit, rat and lizard. Animals have different environment. Animals live in water like fish, crocodile and hippo. Animals live on land like horse, lion. Diversity of plant. Size of plant, we have huge trees and small herbs. Huge trees like camphor and palm trees. Small herbs or short weeds like clover and gargir. Different size of leaves. Plants with large sized leaves and plants with small leaves. Plants with large sized leaves like banana plant and small leaves like molokhia. Diversity of microorganisms. What are mean by microorganisms? They are living organisms that can't be seen by naked eye but can be seen only by microscope. They spread everywhere around us in air, water and soil. They differ in shape and way of movement. Like amoeba, euglena, paramecium. They different in the way they move. Amoeba move by pseudopods, euglena move by flagellum, paramecium move by cilia. Classification of plants according to number 1, external shape. Plants can't be divided into root, stem and leaves like algae. We have green algae, red algae and brown algae. Plants can be divided into root, stem and leaves like maize or wheat. Another classification for plant according to reproduction. Plant reproduce by spores and plant reproduce by seeds. Plant which reproduce by spores, they are small terrestrial plants known as ferns. They are small terrestrial plants known as ferns, like Vogere and Adiantum. Okay, reproduction by seeds, like we have classified the plant which reproduce by seeds into gymnosperm and angiosperm. Gymnosperm seeds are inside cones and not inside fruit. Angiosperm flowering plants seeds are inside pericarp. Okay, gymnosperm like pine and cycas. Angiosperm classified according to the seeds into monocotyledon and dicotyledon. Monocotyledon like wheat and maize, dicotyledon like beans and pea. So plants reproduced by spores and other plants reproduced by seeds. Okay, classification of animals according to nature of body support into soft body and supported body. Soft body like jellyfish, octopus and earthworms. Supported body, external support or internal support, like external support like snails and mussels, internal support like fishes, reptiles, birds and mammals. Classification of external support animal according to number of legs. This way of classification is only for external supported animals that have jointed legs. External support animals that have jointed legs are known as arthropods. So what are arthropods? They are animals that have jointed legs. Arthropods are classified according to the number of legs into insects, arachnids, myriapods. Insects have 3 pairs of jointed legs like locusts, bees, flies and cockroach. Arachnids 4 pairs of jointed legs, spider, scorpion. Myriapods have numerous legs like Scolopendra and Julius. Classification of internal support animal. Vertebrate and which have vertebral column. يبقى internal support means vertebrates, okay, like mammals, birds, reptile, fish, amphibians. Okay, mammals like monkey, birds like duck, fish like poultry, amphibian like frog, and reptiles like crocodile. Remember that animals classified according to their support in soft body without support, okay, and but animals that have support classified into external and internal, okay. Classification of mammals according to the presence of teeth. We have teethless mammal or edentate that have no teeth like sloth and armadillo, and mammals having teeth. Okay, mammals having teeth are classified according to the number and kind of teeth. Into what? Into animals that have front teeth extending outward to capture insects like hedgehog. Animals that have pointed canines and molars with projection, okay, to capture their prey like lion, tiger, fox, and dogs. Animals that have sharp incisors, they have divided according to the number of incisors in each jaw into rodents and lagomorphs. Rodents, they have one pair of incisors in each jaw, like rat, jerboa, and squirrel. Logomorphs, they have two pairs of incisors in the upper jaw and one pair in the lower jaw, like. Okay, what's mean by taxonomy? It's a branch of biology that searches for similarities and differences among living organisms, and it places similar ones in groups according to a certain system in order to ease their study. Species, the basic classification unit for living organisms. It's a group of similar living organisms in shape that can reproduce to give new fertile individuals to keep the existing. Linnaeus, he is a scientist, okay? Used the species as a unit for classifying living organisms. Give reason it is possible to produce a fertile individual from mating of an African man by an Asian woman because both are the same kind. Okay, give reason. The intercourse between a donkey and horse produce a sterile female called mom because both are from two different